Hello and welcome back to Mars Horizon, where we are leading Japan in the space race. In the last episode, we completed the milestone crewed moon landing. If you haven't seen that episode or previous, please find a link in the description below to take you to the playlist for this Let's Play. In this episode, we will be focusing on the next milestone, commercial satellite. So continue. Okay, so we're going to start looking at planning and completing commercial satellite. Yep, the Chinese, ESA and the Soviet Union is already very close to completing this one. So China's pretty much there at 0 months, so they'll get that done next month, I would have said. If not, it'll move on to the ESA for 6 and then the Soviets for 9. But let's just double check. We have the boosters and the upper stages ready to go. So we'll plan this mission. We'll select a payload. So we have a standard, comms, observation and prototype. Okay, so we've got only one phase. Achieve Earth orbit and deploy satellite systems. So bit of navigation, comms and data. But we'll just go for a standard just to keep the payload high to ensure we can do complete the mission effectively. Okay, so let's get that built for 5 months time. So looking at the missions, we have the subsurface penetrator, which is due again for its next phase in 6 months time. This is just a completely lucrative mission, and it will also give us some vehicle upgrade parts and some more Mars experience. We have an EVA repair exercise underway for another request mission. This one is purely science and a lot of support. So that one is ready to go in 3 months time to start looking at building the rocket. Research wise, we are researching the Skylab, which is an orbital space station capable of housing multiple crew and equipped with a wide array of scientific instruments. So that'll be the next milestone that we'll be looking at completing, which is the error-free Mars and Beyond space station. So we need to get the Skylab payload complete, and then the suggested parts, we need Hope. So that one actually is a bit further away, so we do need to start pushing down here to gain that vehicle. Which is, yes, we need one more of this tier, so we'll probably go for the supplementary 4x SRBs. Then we'll push down, we'll have to get another 4 booster and upper stages, and then we can move on to the vehicle of Hope. But looking at that, we've got the large payload, the large launch pad, so there should be no reason why we can't get that once we get the other criteria met. So we'll be able to start pushing down there to get that, and then we'll have to come back and go to the Mars lander. Which, if we have a quick look at Mars, that is the next get error-free Mars and Beyond. That's the next milestone for Mars. Okay, that will have 3 stages, and the recommended parts for them is this slot anyway. So it may be the case if we'll do the Mars lander first and then go back to the space station, because we need to research these parts anyway before we get to the vehicle of Hope to be able to do the space station, so it will probably make more sense. But I think we're now caught up. Like I say, all astronauts are recuperating for 5 to 6 months, so I don't believe we've got any missions here. Maybe the EVA repair exercise may require them, but again, there's 3 months to go just for the payload, and then we can move on to the rocket. Okay, Race to the Moon 1. The world as one held its breath as your astronaut Mandira Septo stepped onto lunar surface, becoming the first human in history to set foot on another planetary body. Media outlets across the globe are praising your agency's achievement. They said they'd get there first, and they did it again. A news broadcaster announced. So we gained 1,000 support, which is brilliant news. And yeah, China did do the commercial satellite. It's a shame, but these things happen. Right, I don't think there's anything much to do with it. So we've got 2 months to go for the Gemini, and then 4 for the ComSat. So we're just going to go to the next event, because there's nothing we can do anyway until they're done. Okay, so the EVA payload is complete. The vehicle upper stage gains 3 experience levels after launch, but launch reliability has been decreased by 10%. Okay, it's not good, but these things happen. Okay, so let's reuse one of the designs. So the Karasha seems the best one. Don't believe there's anything else that'll probably be doing it. The rest of them seem very low. So price wise, that one may be able to do it. What's that one? The Saturn IVB. And that needs researching. That's ready to go. But again, that's 240k. Nice tiny rocket though. But 81% launch. Reliability minus 10, yeah. But that's 2475. Yep, so again, let's load this design, and it meets the criteria. It's good price and good reliability, launch reliability. Let's get that built and ready to go for 7 months time. Okay, so research wise, again, another month to go, or a couple months to go actually. We've got to get 8,000 there, so we'll get that done and then move directly onto the Mars lander. Okay, we'll go to next month again, or next event. So the Skylab research has been complete, and the commercial satellite has been complete as well. So contract effects increased by 100%. Okay, that one might be interesting. Let's just see what we can do there. Okay, reuse the... Yeah, we may as well reuse the Karashar. No reason not to. And we'll look at the contractors and see what the situation is. So there's no research, that won't help anyway, but the cost goes up. This one will decrease the cost by 60%, but we have a 40% increase on build time. So I think, as much as it's nice to save the money, is it worth 3 months? Possibly. But this mission, just go back again. This is for the commercial satellite, so no, I don't really want to waste too much time. So we're just going to... We've got the funds for once. We actually got quite a lot of credits. Got 12,249k. So let's just confirm that and say 3 months anyway, because we are well, not falling behind, I would have said, compared to other agencies, but they are catching us up quite effectively. So research, I would like to go straight to the Mars lander, but then we are going to have to come back over here and start researching. So it's tempted. Do we go for the booster parts first, as they are? Tempted to do actually, yeah. So let's just get we'll change the research for the supplementary 4X SRBS. So it's 4 solid rocket fuel rocket booster designed to be attached to a launch vehicle to provide additional thrust. So we'll get that researched. We'll then come down here and start researching towards these payloads, boosters and upper stages, and possibly straight onto the Hope, because I think I would like to do the space station before we move on to the moon, not the moon, Mars. But we will have to keep a close eye on the research available for this, but we are going to need to get them vehicles unlocked anyway, so it's not going to be much of a difference. Okay, so yeah, back to missions. We can do the subsurface penetration next month. EVA and the commercial satellite are 5 and 7 months away. Okay, so let's move on to do the next month. Okay, the SRBs are ready to go, and the next phase, mission phase, is ready to go for the subsurface penetrator. NASA has completed the Venus orbit as well as China. Where's that there? But yeah, gone the wrong way, haven't I? There we go. Need to know planets better. Okay, so they've taken the top 3 spaces. That's not a problem. Kind of wanted them to waste their time on the outer planets so we can focus on the core planets. Okay, yeah, so the subsurface penetrator is ready to go. We could do an auto resolve, but as the payload is 95%, we will complete that ourselves just to gain the extra bonus objectives. Right, so we now completed this one, so we can now come down onto here, onto the next tier. So we're now going to be looking into Era 3, Mars and Beyond. Okay, so if we complete everything, we get this Wyvern payload, is it? Booster or some sort? Yeah, booster, sorry. Okay, so I'm not really fussed about filling these extra blanks in here just to gain the additional contractors, because I'm not too sure about the contractors just yet, but we'll see how that goes in the future. Okay, so let's just have a quick glance. We've got outer planets for the Centaur D, outer planets, and so we've got 2 upper stages and a load of boosters. So Having a quick look at the objective. So for the space station, it's recommended we just need that. And then for Mars, it's recommending we need any of them and the parts down here. So we need quite a bit actually, but it's saying we don't have to have this one, but we do need to have one of these. These just may make it a little bit easier. So let's have a look again. Okay, so between the Centaur D and the Mu 5, there's 9,000 capacity against 15,000, but the reliability is only 45% compared to 60. 4 months and a little bit extra cost, but the mass is increased. I think the Mu 5 does seem the best option purely on launch reliability, but the capacity is the issue that I've got with this one. Because we could go for the Mu 5 and just make both the parts. We've got a Titan 3, but all these require medium launch pads apart from the Mu 5, which again makes no difference because we've already got small, medium and large. Okay, so this the Delta 4 looks pretty good. 80%, it is the most expensive, so we could go for the Titan 3, but it's only 50% launch reliability. So I actually think the Mu 5 does look the best. It's 5 months to build compared to 6 and 4. So yeah, I think we'll go for the Mu 5, which is a heavy lift, solid rocket capable of launching large payloads into Earth orbit and to the outer planets. And then I am tempted just to make the match and just go for the upper stage as well, but I'm concerned that the capacity may not be enough on some of the other missions, and it is a little bit more expensive. But I think I'll go for the Mu 5 purely on the launch reliability, only because I don't see, looking at the missions, looking at the mission, just to double check actually, it's saying we can have any of these. So as far as I'm concerned, we will just get for the Mu 5, and we need 4 anyway, so we may get both anyway, and then get the supplementary boosters. So that's gives us a bit of a breather there, bit of a grace. So anyway, let's continue with this mission and get some needed funds. Okay, so on phase 2, let's just go through this. Okay, so objective, we need 2 comms, 4 data and 2 navigation. The bonus is 4 comms, 8 data and 4 navigation. So I'll see what I can do and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so we're now back and we've got 2 turns left to go, but I've almost done, so I just need 2 more data and we have got the bonus objective. So what I'm going to just do is just go straight for power to data and recharge twice. Again, as this payload is really reliable, it's 15% off, so we are flying through the missions. Another successful mission done. And some needed funds, and we've got a compositive casing, so I'll have to look and see how all this works with the additional vehicle upgrades, but I will see in a second. Okay, so I need to go back to Earth. There's a request mission by the looks of it. Okay, nice, yeah, some funding there, but we might want to start looking to do some research, because we've got a lot of research to do. Okay, so readiness wise, okay, so we're at 3% and the Soviets are at 2%, so we do need to keep an eye on the screen to ensure that we're actually keeping on top of everything. Okay, active missions. So we've got 4 months to go on the EVA repair exercise and 6 for the commercial satellite. Okay, so going forward, we can start looking at planning the space station, but I feel we've got a while to go before we get there, so I think we've got plenty of time to do some request missions, and I want to bump the science up quite a lot. So looking here, the EVA repair exercise does look more interesting. We've only got 1 phase, and it is if I go back onto that bit, there will be astronauts on this one, so we don't want to lose them, but still it's challenging. But if we get a decent payload, it shouldn't be a big deal. Just have a quick look on the moon. Okay, nothing special there. And with Mars, we have nothing to do. So we'll go back to Earth, and I believe the EVA repair exercise is the best one purely because it's got a lot of science. Okay, so a crewed mission in which the astronauts will exit the spacecraft to simulate a series of repairs, improving our knowledge of weightless activities and their physiological effects. Okay, so there's three tasks to complete. What's the next best one? The rendezvous attempt. That's only 2, but no, that's astronauts as well. So we're going to go for this one, and yeah, we've got the parts. That's not a problem. So we'll get this one. Hold on. Ah, I've done it again. We're already doing that one. So the next one is probably this one then. So again, so it's supposed to, so it's promised if we fail it, we'll have a massive support mission failure. Okay, this one's okay. We just got to achieve the Earth orbit and perform a controlled re-entry, and we do have astronauts on board. But okay, so develop orbital navigation methods by attempting to rendezvous a crewed capsule with the spent upper stage of the vehicle that boosted it into space. That seems quite interesting. Okay, so let's plan that mission because I don't see anything else really piquing interest. I mean, this one's ambitious, but this one is medium risk, but this one gives a bit more support. So let's get this one done. Okay, so it's a lot of, well, comms and navigation, but standard crew, navigation and comms. Nope, we'll stick with the standard just to keep the payload high to ensure the mission can go as smoothly as possible. Research wise, we need to get 2,000 research before the Mu-5 is ready to go. So we've got quite a bit of time here. So we need to get that one done. Yeah, so we need another 2,000 for the Mu-5 for the upper, and another 1,500 for the upper stage, and then additional 1,000 for the supplementary, and then we can move down to the vehicle Hope to be able to start doing the space station. So next month, Soviet Union proposed space rendezvous. Soviet Union has proposed that as part of your upcoming rendezvous attempt mission, your Gemini spacecraft performs an orbital rendezvous with their own crewed spacecraft. The maneuver would enable both agencies to further test orbital navigation and docking methods. Your engineers believe they can make the adjustments necessary to carry out the rendezvous, though which will require additional funding. The mission's original objective would remain unaffected. Okay. It's only going to cost us just under 1 month worth of income, but it will actually increase our reputation with the Soviets. So your engineers will carry out the required work to your Gemini spacecraft. Your advisors believe successfully completing the mission will strengthen ties between your agency and the Soviet Union, which is always good. Okay, we've got another review. Let's skip that. We didn't achieve it, but hopefully next time we will. But yeah, we're on 408,000 per month now. Okay, so the ESA completed their commercial satellite. Okay, so we've just got, hopefully maybe the Soviets don't do it and we can possibly get there. But we've got 5 months to go before the rocket can even be potentially launched. So let's go to the next event. Okay, lunar footprint dominates papers. Photographs taken during your recent crewed moon landing have been described as spectacular and historic by widespread media coverage. An image of an asteroid Fukusuku's footprints on the dusty lunar surface has proved extremely popular. So, 400 support is always good. Okay, next month. Okay, the rendezvous attempt payload is ready to go. Only upper vehicle stage reliability counts towards the launch reliability. That should be okay. And the EVA repair exercise is ready to go. So the science mission training bonus increased by 100% and the launch is decreased by 10%. Okay, so just looking at this one, we've got, yeah, we'll just get the vehicle ready to go. So should we use, okay, we've got here, so we've got, now that you've unlocked a vehicle upgrade, you'll be able to add it to any vehicle design as long as your vehicle is able to carry it. Okay, each upgrade has a points requirements and a cost. In addition to its unique effect, the amount of upgrade points a vehicle has is determined by its booster and upper stage, each of which grants a certain amount of upgrade points. More advanced vehicles parts typically grant more upgrade points, enabling vehicles to use more powerful upgrades. To unlock more upgrades, complete request missions that grant them as a reward. Okay. Yeah, so we've got the composite casing, which will give a minus 10% vehicle build cost. Okay. We'll hold on that for the minute. I don't see the need for this mission. We've already got 86% launch reliability. Just clear the design again. Is there anything else we could use? We want to use that one. But nothing else can carry it, so it's still cheaper to use the Karashar. So we'll load that design and we will confirm, build, and go. Okay, so the commercial satellite has 2 months to go for the rockets ready, and we need to select some crew for this one. The commercial satellite I don't believe has any astronauts, no, so we haven't got to. We just need to pick 2 good astronauts. So, sorry, 1 second. We've got 7% payload reliability and 66% launch reliability. So with that in mind, I'm going to use our test pilot, and I want to use the electrician. Yep. Assign them to. Yeah, so we get more science here, but 71% and 7% do seem reliable, but I feel science mission, it's only the training bit, so let's just do launch reliability, set a date for, yeah, I just want to get this one done and dusted, so let's confirm that and go for next month. Okay, move on. So the EVA repair exercise, 70% for payload and 74% for launch. Let's go. Okay, so rain is not good, so we might have to postpone it because we are talking about 2 astronauts' lives here. Yeah. Okay. Let's just reschedule for next month just to be on the safe side. Select date and confirm. Go. Next month. I say if there wasn't any astronaut lives on the line, I probably would have just continued, but there's no point in risking their lives for no reason. Alright, so commercial satellite is ready to go. We've got minus 50% launch reliability penalty for suboptimal launch windows, but increased frequency of suboptimal launch windows. That's not good because that will be a bit of a pain to launch. Okay, and let's go for a second attempt of the EVA repair exercise. Okay, looks like a bit of a better day. Yep, better condition, good conditions at 9%, so let's go. Okay, that looks good. How good was it? 27%, so no problem there, it's all good, so let's continue. Okay, right, so to complete this mission we need 5 comms, 5 data and 5 navigation, and 10 of the comms, the navigation and the data. We have power and crew to secondary resources, and we have to deal with our drift between -1 to 1. So I'll see what I can do and I'll get back to you. Right, we're back on the last term. We just need to get 2 more comms to complete the mission, but we're 1 shy of the data and 7 for comms, so this is going to be interesting if I can complete it. So we could do both crew and then put power and back into nav there, and yeah, I don't see us being able to do this now. So okay, could do that. That. Yes, I need to get 2 comms. If I did that, we fall outside of the drift. Fall out of navigation there. Okay, I don't see if that would work. Nope. we're not going to be able to complete the bonus, so let's not worry too much about it. Let's just get the comms achieved. So we'll go into that one, into that. And then just recharge, that'll do. Confirm that, and let's just get it done. Okay, got a fail, not a problem. We'll resist it. And nice successful, and a nice little picture there. Very good. Confirm. Yep, which was a bit short, but it's not a problem. Okay, so we did the EVAs, so let's continue. And we now have to presume this is the the astronaut bit. So we've got 6 data, 6 comms and 6 data, and we need to do the bonuses 12 comms and 12 data. We've got navigation, power and crew to use as secondary resources, so I'll see what I can do and I'll be back in a second. Right, at the last turn then. So we've completed the objective. We're 4 short for the comms and 3 for the data. We need to get our drift back in by 1 to complete the mission. So with that in mind, we can not do that because that'll do the other way. So we could use the 2 comms and 2 data. That'll give us navigation, which we could then turn to that. Yeah, we could do that one twice, and then nope. Okay, so we've got the drift back in. We still need to get 2 comms and 3 data. So what can we do? We could do that. That'll get the comms, and then that'll get the data, but we're out by the drift. So that'd be another one that I'm not gonna, probably can't see the combination here to gain the objective, but could use the crew, and then we just need to get some data, which we could do power. That would work. Give that a shot. We have got some power to resist if we need to. That's positive. That's good. And good as well. So brilliant. So we did the conducted mission EVAs. We now got performed the controlled re-entry. So that went well, that did. Okay, so to complete this one we need 4 comms, 8 navigation, and the bonus is 8 comms and 16 navigation. We've got data, power and crew as secondary resources. So I'll see what I can do and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, we're back at the last turn. It hasn't gone too bad. We've achieved the comms for the bonus, and we need 2 more navigation, and we've only got 1 heat, so everything looks pretty good there. So to do this mission, I believe I'm just going to, I'll use the crew. But actually no, I could just do data, use spare data and turn that to navigation and comms, and then just recharge to complete the mission. Okay, got a failure, it's not the problem. We've got the power to resist, plenty of power to be fair. Don't resist that, and mission completed. 2 more astronauts safely returned to Earth. Yep. Okay, so they're safely returned to Earth, and we gained a load more support and science, and additional experience towards the Mars preparations. Okay, so they've got 6 months now to recuperate. So NASA has completed their Mars orbit, and that's it. Oh yeah, so the Soviets did complete the commercial satellite. So not the end of the world, but we are actually here. So it's so this is the commercial satellite, so we can now start planning for the training mission of it. So looks out of it, we've got a good launch reliability, 86%. We need 75% for the payload. So let's increase the training for the payload and let's set a day. Well, yeah, because of the build and the construction with the engineers, they haven't given us many slots. We could go to November, but I don't see the reason to wait. We'll try July. If that's no good, we can always move it later on. So we'll select that date. We will confirm. Okay. So missions wise, we've got the rendezvous attempt, which is due in 5 months' time. We just now need to look at an additional secondary mission while we wait. Again, we could start planning for the space station, but we've got a while to go, so there's no point in that approach. The moon has no milestones and no request missions, and Mars has no milestones because we need to get the research done on that, and has no request missions. So back to Earth, we have, we're doing that one. We've got the Solar Observatory, which is nice funding, which we're okay for funds at the minute. That's another lucrative one, and space welding. It's one phase, free task to do. It has astronauts on board, but we do have astronauts to spare at the minute. So a spacewalk crew member will use a newly developed multi-purpose tool to perform a series of welding tasks in space, evaluating the effectiveness of each method. Okay, well, I'm going to do this because I think funds at the minute are doing quite well, and we can do with the support and the science. So let's plan this mission again. So we've got standard, crew, navigation and comms. Again, just due to the fact that the comms and the navigation, you drop 10%, I don't think it's worth it. The crew, I don't really want to use free crew members for no reason. It also increased the cost to 603,000. So we'll stick at the 482k. Select the payload and build for 4 months' time. So with the active missions going, the commercial satellite will give us 3,500, which will keep us at nice, 14.3k or there. Okay, so the rendezvous attempt is support and science, as well as the space welding is support and science. We do need both because I would like to get the funding to the next tier, which by the looks of it we've already achieved, but we do want to keep pushing forward to ensure we get a lot of funding to keep us going. So let's go for the next month and do the commercial satellite. Okay, the Mu-5 has been research has completed. Okay, commercial satellite. Yeah, it's a shame we're going to be potentially, fingers crossed, 4th on out of the agencies. Okay, so we've got 78% payload and 86 at launch. So let's continue. Okay, that does look like it's a nice day for another Karashar rocket. Yep, so we've got good conditions. So we've got 94% launch reliability. So let's go. Okay, looking good. %. So +1 command on the first turn task. Brilliant. Continue. So commercial satellite looking nice. Okay, so first task is just 10 navigation, and we need to get 20 for the bonus. We've got comms, data, and 5 power to use as secondary resources. Wow, 5 command slots and 3 turns. So what can we do? Right, so it's purely need to be aiming at getting a load of comms. So we might need to use some second resource. So if we get comms, we can turn all that into that 4 navigation, which is good. So we do that twice, that's already up to 8. I like to keep the power, because obviously we're going to be using power there as well. So the next thing would be we could turn, that's not going to be very effective, but we could get navigation data instead. We could turn that into 2 comms and then into 2 data, into 2 navigation. So yeah, it's 2, so we could turn that to that, and then into 4, which will give us up to 10. And we could then turn that into another 2 comms. Yep, okay, we'll go with that command and see how we go. Just in. 78%, that's good. 90%, so we've got additional 1 comms. 80% there. And 90%, so we've got additional 1 data there as well. Well, that was a very, very good turn. So 2 turns left to go. We've got 4 commands to use. We've got 8 more navigations. We've already completed the objective, but we need 8 to get the bonus. So to gain the bonus, we've got an extra comms and 2 data. So we could turn the 2 data into comms and navigation. We could then turn that into... Actually, we could do 3 comms into 3 comms and 2 navigation, and then turn that back into 2 comms. So 2 data to 2 comms and 2 navigation, which will leave us with 18. And then we could turn another data into navigation and comms. And we can remain 2 power in case of any errors. And that will give us our 20 navigation. So let's confirm that and go. So 32%, is good. 67%, nice. Okay, 6%, so we've got a failure, which is okay. We can resist it. Probably didn't need to, but I think I wanted to just to ensure we do what we need to do. And 43%, so successful mission completed there. Okay, so we've achieved Earth orbit. We now need to deploy the satellite systems. Well, that went pretty well, that first part did. Okay, so deploy the satellite. So we need 4 comms, 4 data. We need to get, for the bonus, 8 comms, 8 data. We've got navigation and power. So what can we do? Oh, and we need to keep the drift between -1 and between -1 to 1. Okay, so we need to get some resources. So if we turn some power into comms, we could then turn a power and a drift into navigation and comms, and then turn 2 comms into 3 navigation and drift. Okay, so what to do now? We could turn additional comms into 2 navigation. I don't think that's going to be the best option. So let's get some comms in. Yeah, get some power to comms. Turn 2 of the comms into 2 of the data into 2 comms, 2 navigation, and 3 drift, and then use some power comms. That gives us a load of navigation, but then we're going to have too much drift then. Wow. Okay, so indecisive, but I say we can get a lot of comms here by using data and navigation. So let's stick with the power to 3 comms, turn the power into 2 navigation and comms, and then turn 1 of the comms and navigation into 4 comms. And then we could then turn, yeah, that'll go the other way. We could just turn into power, but, and then use the 2 power to get 3 next turn. If we're going to use power, tend to just go straight for the navigation, which then gives us 4 and 3. Yeah, we'll try that. Okay, 77%. 12, so we've got a failure. Or a blank screen. Okay, so we can resist it. Yes, because otherwise we'll lose another drift. So let's do that. And 60% and 66%. Brilliant. Okay, so we need to get 3 comms. So we could turn a navigation and comms there, and then just have to deal with the data. So where can we get data from? That does look good, but okay, so this one, yeah, this doesn't look very good to me. So we could just turn a power to that and then recharge. And then, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll turn a power to free data, recharge twice, and then all we've got to then do is gain 2 more data. So we'll confirm that. Okay, 25%, just in. 77%, good. Okay, so on the last turn, if we just turn a power into free free data, and then recharge 3 times, we will have completed the objective and the bonus objective. So let's confirm. Anyway, 8% didn't need the extra power, but another successful mission for the Japanese Space Agency. Okay, so commercial satellite, yeah, we came 4th. It's not the best, but it still works, and we complete that challenge, which is minus 25% research cost for 6 months, which is what we do need. Okay, so we're getting an extra 5 million, 5.2 million there, and we're at 9% experience and 4% total, so every little helps. Okay, brilliant. So, yep, it's a shame. It would have been nice to do that, but it's just how the game goes. Okay, we do have now Earth Oceans for some science. And research-wise, we have now completed the Mu5, and we should be gaining quite a bit of research. And it looks like it's the missions that have the research of the 25% costs. So, you'll have to come back next time and see how things develop. But thank you very much for watching episode 11 on my Japan's Let's Play. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next episode of Mars Horizon.